What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. DubDigital, crypto news, macro trends. I'm bringing you another gem I think is a gem, KMD BTC. Trying to make more BTC with that KMD. KMD is Komodo. It's been around for a long time, guys, if you do crypto. It was around last bull market and it did well then. Everyone bets on the new stuff, but the stuff that worked before has a track record. So KMD. I did a little drawing. I zoomed out on the macro chart so you guys can get a flavor of the opportunity that is presented within this investment should you choose and determine that it's the right investment for you to take. So check this out, guys. I went and drew in the purple boxes here areas of resistance we might run in along the way, just looking at where we had sticking points previously. Since April 2018, that's about 900 days or so. So from this time here to present, what is that? 861 days, almost 900 days. Okay, this thing's been downtrending, respecting this top trend line all the way down for 2 years. And people have been selling more than they've been buying. You can see it until about this point here. What was it, October? I don't even know where October is, but it was in October. Always watch the volume, guys. Check this out. On average, I know it's not perfect. Volume's increasing. There was more selling on this side of the chart, which indicates 2018, 2019. Everyone was net selling because this thing was on a crash course down with the rest of the bear market. Around October 2019 onwards, more buying than selling and much bigger buying candles than selling. That indicates to me that the sentiment overall was bullish. Okay, we're gonna remove this bad boy real quick. Okay, so look, guys, early in the cycle, I just present you data. I'm presenting you data that I see, not telling you to take every one of these trades. I'm not telling you to take any of these trades. I'm just showing you things that I think look interesting. Should you decide to take these trades, that's on you. Do your own research. Assume your own financial risk, y'all are adults. The stuff from where it is currently at this little green dot price point up to here is about 900%. And then, I always say this, I only chart my charts out back to price discovery or at price discovery. At that point, I don't care what anyone charts. There is no rhyme or reason to price discovery. The only reason I could draw in, guys, resistance areas is because I had price history previously. When you don't have any, these things can make stupid moves because there really is no reference point for anyone to go off of. And that's why price discovery is like the golden nugget at the end of the trail. But if you invest towards bottom of cycles, then every day is like a golden nugget. Every day is a golden nugget. I don't know what to tell you. You just have to find it within yourself to take that scary leap because price isn't validating your ideas. Okay? But again, just a data point for you. All right, so let's zoom up and see what's going on the daily chart. This thing has never really wicked above except for this point here. It's never wicked above this trend line. It's respected it heavily until recently. You can see, guys, I always do this, always draw a bottom trend line just to show you the inflection of the line, right? With a steep trend line, that means the bear market is heavy, it's getting going. Starts to level out, that means that okay, people, sellers, buyers, and sellers are becoming more equal in the marketplace instead of being net sellers heavy. As the line flattens out, that's indication that this thing hit its bottom. For a bottom trend line, if an asset is moving sideways, flatlining, that tells you that the item's either at a bottom or ranging for a period of time. But it's not in a down market, it's not an up market. And what comes before an up market? Ranging, longing the bottom, sideways action. We've been moving in a sideways pattern more or less, at a long frame time view for about 300 days. So about a whole entire year. This thing's been more or less boring unless you bought up here. Then that's not boring, huh? But look, this thing has not been touching with any seriousness the top trend line at all. Until we zoom up on the 4 hour and we see this bad boy, boop, right there. A little peekaboo out and rush back in. What that tells me is, why do I think this is important? Why do I think this might be different than all the other damn times everyone's been all disappointed with this thing? Well, I'll show you why, guys. Look at volume. Look at the increase in volume. Look at the increase in price. Look at this test of the trend line. Didn't respect it, but hey, once something starts testing the trend line, it keeps doing it and doing it because the trend line is down sloping. So as time goes on, the closer and closer this bottom converges in on the price. So maybe it couldn't break here. But we already know that the asset can shoot up to this price point, correct? So as this line continues to go down, say that Komodo never pushed up higher than this point. It just kept this maximum price point it could push up to. As time moves on, watch the top trend line get lower and lower and lower. And this is the situations we like, or at least situations I like. Y'all do what y'all gotta do. But I like these situations because the probability is once again in my favor. I see an increase in volume, I see an increase in price, I see a unsuccessful attempt to break out of the top trend line. The top trend line keeps going down, which makes the probability of this asset eventually breaking out greater and greater as time goes on. I don't want to sit in an investment and hope that one day a whale looks down on me and feels sorry for me and lifts me up. I put my money in the positions where it's inevitable. And the positions where I think they're inevitable are these triangle structures, guys. Whenever I see an asset getting squeezed into an eye of a needle, I love that because the structure has to end eventually. And if this thing is building in volume and continually getting pressed in, there must be a climax. And it has to be bigger than this point here. It has to be. And it wants to go. And the market's agreeing it wants to go. So guys, look, will it break out here or here or here? I don't know. I just know it has to break out eventually. And this fractal right here, guys, I almost forgot. You see that pattern right there? It looks a lot like this one right here. And what happened after this pattern resolved? It shot up pretty substantially. If this happens again, even if it was to the same height, or not even to the same height, it looks like we still have about 60% of the move left to go. How is it similar? Well, we see this little rounded here, we have a rounded here. Fractals are never 100% the same, but they're similar. Rounded here, rounded here. We ran into some resistance towards the top of the structure here. We're doing the same here, and it's in tandem with the top trend line, which makes a lot of sense. It looks like if we're going off of the previous fractal area, we're gonna have some chop along the way, but it's a pretty aggressive move up. And if it was anything like the previous one, and we moved into the 60%, guys, we're looking at, again, right where we wicked towards the top. See this? And I'll draw it for you. We could run into it at the bottom of the resistance area. Really doesn't matter, guys. What this is saying is, hey, remember this? It's setting up again for maybe something similar, which might be a continued 60% shot up to this area and a severe drop down. You see, we haven't really retested this. We might get something a little more muted where we shoot up, come down, range, drop down, whatever, and then shoot up. I don't know. I don't care. All I know, guys, is when in doubt, zoom out. Just zoom out, guys. KMD, I like the project. I like the chart. Whenever something gets squeezed through an eye of a needle, I think that's super cool. I think it's super explosive, and I like explosive. I like things that go boom. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, DubDigital. Crypto news, macro trends. Talk to you later. Peace.